Hello my dear students, welcome back to online class. In the previous class I have discussed some extra question from the NCERT book Science chapter number 5 separation of substances. In previous class I have discussed some question. Today I will going to discuss some more question with some MCQ, that is multiple choice question. Okay, so let's start. First 30 number question, what do you mean by solubility? So what is solubility here? You have already learned about what is solute, what is solvent and what is a solution. So here we will come to know these terms like solute, solvent in this solubility definition. Okay, the maximum mass of a solute that can be dissolved in 100 gram of the solvent at any specific temperature is called as solubility. Okay, and next question, why is water a universal solvent? Why water is called universal solvent? Water can dissolve different kinds of substances, and that is why water is commonly called as universal solvent. Okay, next question, what is the effect of temperature on solubility? This is very easy question. Solubility increases when the increase in temperature takes place. So solubility is directly related with the increase in temperature, means solubility will be increased when temperature is high. Okay, next, differentiate between saturated and unsaturated solution. That I have already discussed, that what is a saturated solution, how a saturated solution can be defined. Here how can we differentiate? Let's start. Saturated solution, a solution in which no more solute can be dissolved at a given temperature. Okay, so what is unsaturated solution? A solution in which more solute can be dissolved at any temperature. So here no more solute can be dissolved, and in unsaturated more solute can be dissolved at that temperature. That is the basic difference between saturated and unsaturated solution. Okay, next question, during centrifugation which particles settle down at bottom? As you have already known that centrifugation is a process of separation of substances. So in this process which particle settles down at the bottom? Here the heavier particles settles down at the bottom and lighter particles, these are float at the top of the liquid. Okay, then comes to 18th number question, name the method by which you can separate butter from milk. That is by centrifugation. Okay, and in your book this is written churning. This main principle basically same. Okay, now comes to 19th number question, name the device by which cream can be separated from the milk at home. Answer, a mixture grinder is very important device by which cream can be separated from milk. Okay, next question, how will you separate a mixture of common salt and chalk powder? We know that common salt is soluble in water while chalk is sparingly soluble. So on the basis of different solubility we can separate the common salt and chalk powder as follows, such as first some water is mixed with the mixture of common salt and chalk powder. Then you can stir the solution well and filter the solution by using filter paper. Then on filtering, chalk powder is obtained as the residue on the filter paper and salt solution is obtained. Okay, and next, now filtrate is evaporated and the dry common salt is left behind. Okay, so by this way we can separate the mixture of common salt and chalk powder. Okay, now it comes to some multiple choice question. There will be 7 multiple choice question in the next slide. Let's see. First question, husk is separated from heavier seeds of grain. What are the options? Which method is actually used to separate the husk from the heavier seeds of grain? First option winnowing, second option hand picking, third sieving, and fourth is none of the above. So the answer will be, of course, winnowing. By winnowing, we can separate husk from the heavier seeds of grain. Second question, which of the following properties can affect the dissolution of sugar in water? So, which following properties means here 4 options are there. Among this, there will be any 2 or any 3 answer. So, here the options are quantity of sugar, second temperature, third type of water and amount of sugar dissolved. So, the answer will be of course answer B and D. B means temperatures and D amount of sugar dissolved. So, on the basis of temperature and amount of sugar dissolved, the dissolution of sugar in water is affected. Okay. Next. Now, which technique is used by us to purify dirty water? The options are centrifugation, then evaporation, then sedimentation and decantation. Which technique? Of course, the answer will be sedimentation. Is used to purify dirty water. That's why in our municipality there are some sedimentation tanks to purify the dirty water. Okay. Next, fourth question. 4 mixtures are given below. First option, kidney beans and chickpeas. Second option, pulses and rice. Third, rice flakes and corn. Fourth, potato wafers and biscuits. Which of these can be separated by the method of winnowing? Now, from these 4 options, which 2 options are more appropriate? Okay, for the method of winnowing. Here the first option is 1 and 2, means kidney beans and chickpeas and pulses and rice. Is it? Then second option, pulses and rice and rice flakes and corn. Third option, 1 and 3, means kidney beans and chickpeas and rice flakes and corn. Fourth option, potato wafers and biscuits and rice flakes and corn. So the answer will be D, that is 3 and 4. 3, 4 options are rice flakes and corn. They can be easily separated by the method of winnowing. And next, potato wafers and biscuits, they are also can be separated by the methods of winnowing. Okay, that's all. Next comes to 5th number question, MCQ. A solution is said to be dash if it can not dissolve more of the substance in it. What will be the answer? First option, saturated, next unsaturated, then homogeneous, then heterogeneous. You have already known about these 4 types of mixture: saturated, unsaturated, then homogeneous, heterogeneous. So what will be that? Answer will be heterogeneous. Okay. Next, question number 6. Statement A and statement B. Here 2 statements are being given. First statement, a mixture of cement and pebbles can be separated by using sieve with small pores. And second statement, a sieve with small pores will allow only small cement particles to pass through and will hold back the pebbles. So among these 2 statements, which options are correct or which option is correct? First option, statement A is true only. Just read the question carefully, then answer it. Next, statement B is true only. C, both are false. D, both are true. Here, the answer will be both statements are true. Means the option D, both are true. A mixture of cement and pebbles can be separated by using the sieve with small pores, and a sieve with small pores will allow only small cement particles to pass through and will hold back the pebbles. Okay, only one question is left over. Next, a mixture of salt, sand, oil and water is given. Which of these sequence can be used to separate salt? Okay, so for mixture of salt, sand and oil and water is given. So by there is a sequence by which you can use to separate the salt. So here the options are: first decantation, filtration and evaporation in the first option, second filtration, evaporation, condensation, now third filtration, boiling, decantation, and fourth none of the above. This is absolutely wrong, none of the above. So what will be the option? First, yes, first option, that is first decantation, so that next filtration, next evaporation. Okay, so today up to this I have already discussed. In the next video I will start a new chapter from your science book. Okay, that's all. Thank you. If you have any problem, just ask me in the e-portal. Okay students, stay safe, stay at your home.